Hi, I'm Gerald,
And I'm Zach.
and we are the Wine Boys.
Oh my God, we're recording. Boys. Salutations.
Are you
How
high?
No,
are you,
I'm
are
not
you
high.
on drugs actively?
No. I just have a little fit of the giggles. That's all.
I was gonna say I'm in a good mood today,
Yeah.
which for me is like, I mean, I'm gonna ride this wave. But I've
Uh-huh.
come to the conclusion that the only way I can continue to keep this up is I have to have the medical regimen of a like 5-star athlete. Like
Okay.
I have to be completely mobile all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I have to literally every time I finish a workout, I have to rub myself down with Bengay and then take. I swear to God, I did this
Okay.
because I don't have one of those like Theraguns, which I need to just find like an off-brand version. So
I did.
I swear to God, this is a monumental invention that I came up with here. So
Okay.
I did a heavy leg workout, so like my quads were barking,
Mm-hmm. Just frothy.
dude, frothy barking, frothy barking quads. And I took Bengay and I just rubbed it down, up and
Mm-hmm.
down. And then I took a pizza roller and
Mm.
just kneaded my bread. Ugh. Dude. And for the longest time, I thought we were just flattening dough with that thing. Oh, it flattened my dough.
Oh man.
Oh, I gotta tell you, like, just the noises, it sounded like pop rocks. It's clack, 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 clack. Just
I mean, was it you making these noises or was it your body making
my
these
body, like you can
Okay.
feel like the muscles just like releasing.
Okay.
They were just
Okay.
like, oh.
All right. And because I just imagine you just like hearing these snaps, crackles, and pops.
I'm like,
and then you're just laying down in a corner, like biting your.
basically,
It's just,
that's essentially what I was doing. Like, I was pushing it out, and I was like, just like
moaning like a
squeezing my cheeks
bitch.
together as I was pushing through. Like, just
Your roommates think you're coming like a walrus in there.
yeah.
Just,
Speaking of walrus, I saw The Whale last night. We can talk about this.
the whale?
The Brandon Fraser movie.
Oh yeah, about
Yeah.
that fat nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
exactly how we
teacher
described it.
that's
So,
like, yeah, he can't connect with his daughter. Yeah, I saw the
It's
preview. I didn't watch
super
the-
melodrama, but it was
Yeah,
he was phenomenal. But dude, what a bummer!
It's Oscar bait.
I know, but it's such a bummer movie. Like, it's Darren
Yeah.
Aronofsky who did The Wrestler, obviously a great film, and he did Black Swan too. So he does white bummers, like that's his thing. Like, he likes to just put
Yeah.
white people in very, very sad situations, and it's just
Sad-
like
Just white people in bummer situations.
just white people in bummer situations.
Those are the movies that win Oscars, though.
I know, but
Like
God,
5
damn
years
it.
ago, it was all black bummers.
Yep.
And now it's just,
We're back to
just,
white bummers again.
Well, now it's
Manchester-
obese bummers.
Manchester by the Sea, and just Boyhood. Let's just get white bummers back in the mainstream where they belong. But but as we
Just
before-
a fat, sad white man.
yeah, but I'll get into it because I have my thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
But, well, welcome in. It's the Wine Boys podcast. You can find us on electronic mail, wineboyspod@gmail.com, at wineboyspod on Instagram and Twitter, everywhere else on the web. And I'm at Zach Cossack and Zach Cossack Comedy everywhere else. 2 shows coming up. Syracuse, baby. Boys are back in town.
Who are you, Dick Vitale?
It's gonna be awesome, baby. 2 nights only. Diaper Dandy's back in town. Friday, January 27th, 8 p.m. Salt City Bar, cocktails, lovely people. It's gonna be a great time. Show sold out last time. We're getting dangerously close to selling out this time as well. Cop those tickets. Links are at the bio of my Instagram and my Twitter. You can find it wherever you can find them, basically, any ticket outlet. And then Saturday, January 28th, we're at Onco Fermentation Brewery in beautiful God's Country, Tully, New York. It's going to be I think it's going to be a snowy Saturday. We'll see.
Okay.
We're gonna really show some of these city folk what it's like to live in the country. It's gonna be a blast. Like,
A little
it's also-
blasty blast.
Yeah, it's also gonna be like a real wake up to some people. Like, damn, this is what it's like, huh? And I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
this is what 80 grand will get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what about you? You want people to? Are you okay?
Oh, my pussy. Hold on. Thanks, dear. Boys.
Same Regis and Kelly. Let's
Yeah.
do this thing. Like,
Anyway, boys, you can find me in my motherfucking house, dangerously living life, watching children's movies, being exhausted. And be honest, fucking tired. fucking tired. Okay.
just
I'm hanging on by a thread, guys. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? I'm gonna make it. Barely.
I mean, I'm gonna make it, but we're gonna run out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna have to put the car in neutral and push it up the driveway.
Hopefully, we run out of gas on a hill and I can just coast.
All right.
For a little bit. Might have to
Down
put
or
her in
up?
park and
Because if you're going up and then you're going back down, that is a frightening.
down at the top of the hill, and then we can
You ever
ease
stalled?
it down.
You ever stalled on an icy hill before? And then you're just like, well, I guess we're on a tilt-a-whirl now. That's happened to me before. It's fucking frightening. And you know what the funny thing is though, is that all the like if you live in a northeastern town where it's like very snowy and it gets very icy, like the first thing they tell you to do is let go of the wheel. And I'm like, I mean, that seems stupid, right? Like, they're just like, let go, let God take you where he may. Like, God, what if God wants to throw me off the road?
If that's his will, I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah, pretty much.
that's like the number one rule. It's just like, well,
I mean,
guess you're fucked. Like,
fuck it.
yeah, basically. Yeah. Fuck it, there's a ditch out there somewhere.
Anyway, follow me on Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. Wine Boys.
Yes. Wine Boys. Nice.
So tonight we tried to link up again, but it's proven difficult.
Yeah.
There should be online services. I don't know how well you can see this. These lights are fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Tonight we have a 2021 Pinot Noir. It's called Ocaso. This is what I have. It comes from Mendoza, Argentina. In the ancient mythology of the goddess Ocaso, protector of the fruits of nature, would sing to the sun as it sets behind the mountains as an offering of thanks for helping transforming her nectar into the most exquisite of it all. Tells me this is going to be dog shit.
There's just so much.
There's so much to read. In Spanish, ocaso means sunset. This magical union between the sun and the earth gives each year a unique vintage of fruits. What the fuck are you beeping for? Okay. Thanks to this union, our grapes reach their ideal maturity and attain an intense color, achieving this exquisite nectar. The goddess Ocaso celebrates this union, elevating a song to the sun in supplication to repeat its cycle each spring and bring new life to our vineyards of the county of Tupungato, 1,100 meters above the sea. 100% motherfucking Pinot Noir.
Wow, that is exhausting.
Jesus, and this is my dissertation.
We have a theory on this podcast that essentially when the wine is up its own ass so much, it's compensating.
They put more thought in what's on the outside
of
about
more thought into the description. It's like a bad joke. Like, it's just, there's no meat on the bone. It's just a lot of pandering and working around, and there's nothing really there. Sometimes things aren't funny. You just gotta work through that.
Yeah.
You know? But
or maybe you're not good enough yet to really work that out yet.
I think of myself as very okay. Just very okay. But that was just a novel. That was a unnecessary, basically a futile reasoning of why we should like this wine.
This is not looking good, bro.
Yeah. You're just like, oh God.
Okay, so I'm on our favorite wine website.
Yeah.
First review, 4 stars.
Okay.
Needs about an hour to aerate, but very good for price after that.
Hour. Yikes.
What the fuck? All right. And by the way, wines of the world, bottom 3%. Jesus Christ.
I'm sure you'll be all right. All right. Well, I am drinking William Cole Grand Reserve Pinot Noir from Casablanca, Chile. Mine gets right to the point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already digging that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Pinot Noir, 100%. The Grand Reserve Pinot Noir comes from the best blocks of our vineyard of origin. Our winemakers were able to melt down the best expression of this fruit with bright aromas and flavors of the winemaker in just 6 months. In 6 months, oh my God, I'm stroking out. In 6 months of oak aging, resulting in a rich and complex wine.
Ooh.
We keep this in limited production, and it goes well with a nice beef carpaccio or pasta with
Holy
herbs.
shit.
Love when somebody's just like beef carpaccio.
That is very specific, but delicious.
Yeah, that's
Holy
it.
shit, this cork is stuck as fuck. God damn.
Stuck as fuck.
Yeah, you ever have a cork that's just so hard to just get started? Like,
well, I already got mine. Kind of.
Jesus, I had to summon the fucking gods just to get this thing moving. God damn.
You okay? You haven't cleaned the pipes in a while or something?
Oh, it's been a minute.
I was gonna say,
No, I'm joking.
I'm just kidding. We just got done.
A couple days. Anyway.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm fine. I'm just.
You got a wife.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice bright open.
Get nice notes of turpentine.
Mine is very floral. It's got like a.
That's true.
I get blackberry.
Okay.
Kind of like a plum, I want to say.
All right.
Oak. A lot of oak.
Oh, sure.
So it's like a cigar wine.
Okay. It's a Pinot Noir.
Yeah, so brighter than a Cabernet, but it's like.
Yeah.
It still has that kind of leathery quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is like, smoky, oaky. It was oak barreled, so that makes sense.
It may look like I'm like, jerking off right now. I'm actually just shaking it up. That's all. Anyway. Okay.
All right.
I feel so close to the camera. Like,
you are pretty close. I was gonna say I think some subtle changes have been made, and I mean we're really getting up close and personal, which is like you.
Yeah.
Like I can see nose hairs.
We'll get up there. No, so I swapped out my desk. Second baby on the way. So I had to sacrifice the home office. So I took that desk, I brought it down here to the boys' lair because this one's nicer, but it's not as long. The other one was more like a table, whereas this is like there's an actual desk. So I'm like closer to the camera.
Yep.
I don't know. I might figure something out where I can push myself back a little bit, but
we'll figure it out.
Okay. We'll play later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, cheers to you.
Cheers. Bing. Trying to. Little cough drop in my mouth.
I was gonna say. I saw you popping that.
Yep. Get a sip of water first.
You're all over the place, my guy.
I am. I'm a mess.
This is nice. It's got a nice kind of like smoky earthiness to it. Nice strong tannins. Kind of grippy.
Strong NyQuil vibes over here. Maybe it's the cough drop.
I was gonna say. You literally just made homemade Robitussin in your mouth.
I probably did.
Menthol cough drop, and you just do a little red wine. You essentially just created Robitussin.
Yeah. Well, I was expecting more of a Newport finish. I didn't get that.
Yeah, more of a cool finish, oddly.
Yeah. Mentholated, oddly.
Yeah. Oddly enough. All right, so here we go. So this is the Grand Reserva Pinot Noir from William Cole. Average price of this wine is between $11.99 and $14.99. I paid $13.99.
Okay.
Right in the middle there. This is the 2020. As you know, one of the greatest years in the history of mankind.
Yep.
This is a top 9% of wines in the world.
Okay.
You're going to get notes of bold, smooth, dry, and acidic. Man, my palate is so good. Just to hear the notes: smoke, leather, raspberry, cherry, pepper. That's what. See, it also says rosemary and sage. Now, I was like, I get like this herbal quality, but I couldn't. Oh, rosemary, hardcore. Yeah, that's. Oh, now that once you figure it out, or like once you read the tasting notes,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go back in for like that second taste,
You feel it, yeah.
like have you ever done like a roast beef or like something like that with like rosemary sprigs on the outside or anything like that?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm catching from this.
Okay.
Rosemary, like I don't even like rosemary kind of that much, but like when it's cooked over something, whew, good night.
Yeah, yeah. Over a steak?
Oh yeah, for sure. Or
Roast
like
beef?
do like a rosemary like brown butter sauce on a steak. Good night. Take me to church. Do you hear the crying baby?
No, I don't hear a crying baby.
Okay, thank you. Because I like there's no secret. Okay, this is a podcast that is done in our surroundings. So this is done very much so in my corner of my in the corner of my bedroom in my Queens, New York apartment.
Okay. Yeah, and it is.
The insulating sound is very much just how would I describe it? Basically, just a series of shower curtains and and regular curtains, tying this whole thing together to make sure I don't sound like a piece of shit. And then, meanwhile, I have to deal with the contest of a large family that lives above me, who has 2 children, very young, always crying, and my personal favorite, they have 2 dogs, one of which is a bulldog who I swear to God is 350 pounds. And I think this is his last summer.
Okay.
Like, he's just that old. Like, I just feel like we're going to see a sad family in the next couple. Like, this summer, I feel like we're going to see a sad family because they just lost their dog. Like, I see him walking down the stairs, and he like he does the 2-paw thing because he just can't get his fat ass to do one leg at a time. You know,
so that's the twofer, just
twofer,
to get the
and
extra
he's doing the ass drag down, and I see
extra
him,
leverage.
and, like, I can just see it in his face. He's just like, not much longer. I was like, I know, buddy. I can feel it coming up. Dead man walking. He's a cute fat bulldog though.
Yeah, but he's just adorable. Like, why am I still here?
Yeah, like I could just feel him just being like, I got arthritis in my ankles, and the Lord won't take me.
I wake up every morning and I curse the wind. Why am I still here?
And then I go into the kitchen, I eat some dry niblets, and then I watch Fox News for 3 to 4 hours. Get myself nice and angry to start the day.
Boy, that Sean Hannity has some good points. This country's going to hell in a handbasket.
I can just imagine like a grizzled old bulldog getting up in the morning, eating himself his dry kibble, and then sitting down on the couch to watch Fox News to start his day. So when he takes his afternoon walk, he can chastise women with strollers.
He's so angry. Hold on, I had something fucking fall that I gotta pick up.
Oh God.
Fucking cable.
You're angry. So, you keep swearing.
I'm not. Oh my God.
You're out of control.
Cable. Fuck. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my monitor just like shut off. Hold on.
That's all right. Everything's fine.
I know.
Everything's fine.
It's okay.
Guys, everything's fine. Daddy's a little upset. Daddy, hey, guys, everything's fine. Daddy got a little upset.
Oh my God.
Start. Okay. No.
Yep.
Okay. Well. Okay. This is a lot.
I know. Well, my monitor unplugged and. Okay. There we go. We're coming back. Okay. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
All right. I got you. All right.
No.
All right.
Normally, Daddy doesn't hit Mommy at the dinner table.
Normally.
It's saved for adult time.
Daddy had a rough day.
Normally
he doesn't do this.
Daddy had a rough day, and I overcooked the spinach. Okay.
We're all okay.
Okay. We're a big happy family. All right, that's enough.
It's just
enough angsty white guilt. So I did
Daddy comes back to the house at 3 a.m. smelling like smelling like booze.
Yeah.
Wakes all the kids. I always wake the kids. No. Let's let them sleep.
Let him sleep.
James, it's okay. Just go to bed. So no.
Yeah.
Kids, wake up. I'm going to apologize to all of you. And we're going to go to Disney World. James, we can't afford that trip right now.
I can't afford Disney World.
We can't afford. God damn it. We're going, Kate. Book the flights.
I'm sure that hits close to home for too many people. But so speaking of just sad white bummer situation, so I did see The Whale last night because I love cinema, and
naturally
I just wanted to see Brandon Fraser in a serious role wearing a prosthetic fat suit, and
was it prosthetic or was it digital?
It was definitely prosthetic, but they did a good job of making him look like a morbidly obese guy. I mean,
okay.
And you know what? The movie had a ton of heart. It really did. It had a lot of, like, the characters were very well written. There was a lot of, like, angst and, kind of all that kind of stuff. But it was a bummer. Like, it was a fat guy literally eating himself to death.
Nice.
And you just got to watch it. There's a couple of scenes where I'm just like, damn, that's a lot of food.
like describe this pathetic amount of food.
Oh God, it's like, well, there's like ongoing scenes of him getting 2 pizzas delivered every night, and it's just like he has this odd interaction with the pizza delivery boy, and he can't answer the door because he's too big, so he'll just put money in the mailbox, and then like there's odd interactions with the pizza guy who's just like, hey, my name's Dan, and he's just like, oh, I'm Charlie. And then they just like have these odd interactions because he's there so much, dropping off these 2 pizzas. But then there's like anger eating and like binging, obviously. So like the angry eating is like the most visceral part, where it's just like watching him. Like, obviously, food addiction is like alcoholism and
right.
That is his drug. And man, the way that they show it in this movie is graphic.
Ugh. Is it like a real XXX throwdown?
There is some sexual ways of eating pizza and other way and just other things. You should see the movie.
Okay.
Would recommend, because although a bummer, it is pretty well crafted, and it's just this really weird like adaptation of the way, like, they call it The Whale because there's like this
fat guy
there's like this inner dialogue from Moby Dick that kind of comes in, and there's like readings, and he's a professor, so there's like a lot of, write how you feel and give me your honest feelings, and it's just like a guy that's just so morbidly obese and disgusting that he won't show himself, but he preaches authenticity. It's kind of a beautiful message, but man, is it a ride.
Because I'm thinking it's called The Whale,
and
it's about a really fat guy.
I think that's the reasoning, I think, behind it is like, okay, well, we're talking about, but there is some imagery of whales and the way that it's talked about in the movie. I don't want to give anything away. Like, it's
okay.
You'll understand it when you see it.
Well, speaking of movies, because this is where my life is now. So, when's the last time you watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Oh, God.
The Disney movie.
I watched it with my niece like 10 years ago.
Okay. I watched it last Saturday with my daughter, right?
Her first watch?
She's 3. So first watch of this movie. And
she's of age?
Somewhat. And I'm watching this movie, and this shit is dark. Specifically,
it's surprisingly dark, honestly.
Yeah, like, we're gonna have the idiot stable boy like live up in the tower and ring the bells and talk to gargoyles. But what I found particularly weird was, as I'm watching the movie, I didn't realize that this movie was based on an old French novel. So that was written in like the 1400s or whatever. So I'm reading the synopsis of this novel on
Yep.
Wikipedia while I'm watching this movie, and I can say, okay, I see where they got this from. I see where they changed that, and so on and so forth. And we know the story. You know, Quasimodo is disfigured or whatever.
Mhm.
He's not sexy. The bitches don't want to fuck him. He sees Esmeralda. Esmeralda's like, you know, the sexy gypsy woman.
Can I use the analogy of like this is like a real Mike Jones situation we have going on our hands?
Yeah, it is. It is. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Anyway, we see Esmeralda. She's the hot gypsy woman who uses her, you know, sex appeal to lure the man in. We got Phoebus, who is the one that she really wants, but you know,
What
he's a
an
good
ugly
guy.
guy name to be a hot guy.
Phoebus, and he has like this goatee situation with no mustache, but it works for him.
That's an ugly name for a hot guy. Phoebus?
Yeah, Phoebus. And then you have like Claude Frollo. He's like the warrior monk dude.
That's my dog.
Gray hair.
That's the guy I
Anyway,
remember. I love that guy.
Frollo was weird as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I watch this at
That's
one
my
point-
guy.
So Esmeralda does this dance where she shows everybody how hot she is during the Festival of Fools or whatever.
Mhm.
And at one point she addresses Frollo a little bit during the dance, and then he reels back, harlot, and then just like keeps it pushing or whatever.
Mhm.
Later on in the movie, Frollo sings a song while he's in the church. He's basically praying about how this 16-year-old girl, this 16-year-old gypsy girl got him all hornied. Like, how? And Disney's just throwing this in here. Obviously, my daughter didn't catch it, but I caught it.
Yeah.
And it made me realize that there's so much weird shit in these Disney movies about, first of all, you never realize how young any of the Disney princesses are.
Mm-hmm.
They're all young as shit.
Yeah.
Like, all of them are like teenage girls.
Yeah. Well, they're daughters of kings or they're servants. They're servants to some sort of lord.
Yeah.
And it's like even Mulan was like, man, I thought she was old. And it's like, no,
she's like 15.
14, 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Which makes you think,
homie.
what was Walt really talking about?
Yeah.
Where was his head at? Like, sure, he was a Nazi, but like he was also a horny old man, it seems like.
A horny dude.
Yeah.
Or you watch what was another one? Aladdin.
Jasmine.
Yeah. You know what Jafar was trying to do? Jasmine was like, 10.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how she
I was gonna.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't say the statement I was about to say because that would have
Not-
been weird based off
not-
of you saying 10.
Yeah, no, Jasmine was clearly like 16 years old.
Yeah.
And Jafar was trying to get all up in them guts.
Yeah.
Even
trying
though
to trying to clap Jasmine's cheeks.
How old was Jafar? Like 35?
I don't know, man. That goatee was like upwards of 45 years old at least.
Yeah. And
That,
he's
like,
trying to clap
stringy
some
goatee.
16-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will take her as my wife.
Yes.
He was trying to clap them underage cheeks. It was just, Disney was on some weirdo time, bro.
I know. I mean, listen. I have my theories about Walt Disney. I have a few.
We got time.
All right. Okay, first and foremost, it is very openly known that he was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Master race, all of that stuff.
Yep.
But also, like, he was just a creepy kind of, sexualized old man. I think he was a deviant, and he just kind of crafted these characters to kind of feed his sexual fantasies that he wasn't necessarily able to get in his own accord. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know. There's like comic book characters or comic writers are like that too. They're
Mhm.
just like, well, if I can't have it out there, I'll just sit in my room and I'll illustrate my feelings and what I want, what I want to see on the page. It's very similar to that, where it's just, I feel like these like hypersexualized people that are just not getting what they want.
Mhm.
And it's just like, well, then I'll just put it on the big screen and then they can see exactly how I feel. But they'll do it in subtle ways, and they'll also do it in a way that's like cartoony and fun and for children.
Mhm.
It's just,
So you look at like Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, and these are the ones that he like directly made.
yeah. And it's just like, there's like some courtship with Sleeping Beauty.
Mhm.
There is and with like kind of the same thing with Snow White. I mean, there's a lot of courtship. maybe those ones aren't as like hypersexualized. It's more of like a beautiful tale of, I guess it's kind of an underdog story if you want to put it that way.
Okay.
Like or just like it's not hyper sexualized, but like there's more as you get further in and down. Like the newer ones that are just like, let's horny this up a little bit. Let's make this a little.
Yeah.
Like let's get these people going. Like let's
Yeah.
let's let the adults know what's going on.
Mhm.
While the kids are just like, ooh, pretty colors.
Yeah,
and, like, weird guys.
It was really clear when you were watching Hunchback of Notre Dame, though, because I'm watching this and I'm like, damn, like Esmeralda's a baddie, and then I Google this and I'm like, oh, she's like young.
You're like, Esmeralda's a baddie. I'm just like, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, and then you Google
Sorry.
the original story, you're like, oh, she's 16.
Mad young.
But this does not look like an illustrated 16-year-old.
Oh,
This
no.
looks like a grown woman.
Yeah.
At least 25.
Yeah. He's definitely making you take a look in the mirror at yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's his whole point. He's just like,
But-
well, if I can't have them, no one can.
Right. But at the same time, it's like every male character in this story wants to fuck her.
Yeah.
Every
But
single one of them.
Is that not a tale as old as time?
Sure it is,
I
but it's
mean-
a children's movie.
I know, but like, I'm out here in these streets as a single guy.
Yeah.
And, the baddie walks in the room and everybody turns and I'm just like, well, the dogs are gonna hunt, it looks like. And it's just like, all right. I mean, I think my pickup game is different nowadays. I sit in the cut now. Like I'm not like a hey, how you doing? Like I don't Joey Tribbiani this thing. Like I just have a conversation with an adult and then I see if they like me.
Okay.
I do a pretty decent job. I'm a conversational person.
Okay. You're not getting in the push-up contest with the other male suitors?
No, believe it or not me. Who would have thunk it, right?
Really? That surprises me, actually.
No, I'm just the one talking shit in the back.
Okay.
Just being like, pussy. Only can do 10. He's like, how many can you do? And it's like, doesn't matter. That wasn't the question.
Pussy.
I'm the guy that refocuses the energy back on the other guy.
Okay.
He goes, I can do 10 push-ups. And I go, do it. And then he does them. And he goes, how many can you do? I go, that doesn't matter. That does not matter. It has nothing to do with me.
Besides the point.
That's besides
Not
the
the point.
You're all
Not the
sweaty
point.
and tired. I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking to your girl the entire time.
Pizza rolling my thighs in the process. It's called comedy. It comes back.
Just kneading my quads like dough.
Yeah, just really.
Oh,
Mhm.
I might do that after the podcast because I did.
Toss them up.
Dude, I gotta tell you, it's a revolutionary thing that I did.
Mhm.
Just
I can see you now with a joint in your mouth, just rolling your fucking quad.
Today was the good day. Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Just saucing my thighs.
The secret to this good za,
Yeah.
it's the water.
The water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cash only, partner.
Only place left in the tri-state with dollar slices, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that journey. That
Good Brooklyn tap water.
Yeah. She's like, you just put that right on the dough? Right on the dough. Makes for the good bubbles when it's in the oven. Yeah. There is something magical though, like about those like specific really crunchy doughs. They have like they're just invaded with just moon craters. But it's because they're good though. High temperature in Brooklyn water.
Brooklyn water. A little bit of bum piss in it. That's the secret.
Yeah. I got some from Fredo on the corner.
I need 6 drops of bum piss. Imagine there's just a guy in the back who's testing the Brooklyn tap water for its acidity.
It's good. Yeah. Mercury is low.
Hey, go see Rollo, the dope fiend on the corner. All right. You listen. You're gonna give him this cup right here. Have him piss in it. We're a little low this week, okay?
No, he doesn't even say piss in it. He goes, you know what to do.
Yeah. Hey,
You'll see Rollo around the corner. You know what to do.
Hey, Rollo, here's $40.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I love Rollo. He's got the best piss in the city.
Yeah.
Just get it back. He
Yeah.
gets it back. He
Wow,
just
what's
kind of
this?
cups it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a piss sommelier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have a beef on weck?
Smells like black coffee. This is perfect.
Black coffee. You cutting back on the Newports? That's half a pack.
That's what's that? Chopped cheese? Wait, hold on.
Chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese. Pork roll? No. Hard salami.
Black coffee. Newport 100s.
Yeah.
McChicken.
And,
No, I'm sorry. Filet of fish, extra pepper.
Yeah. And I want to say malt liquor, but no, it's malt liquor.
No, that's not malt liquor. That's Bud Ice.
That's a natty daddy. I knew I smelled that.
I know I smelled that. Yeah. All right, this is gonna
have
be
that
perfect.
pungent old English quality to it.
See him just like dipping his fingers in the bum piss. Just sprinkling it
Just
in the
flicking it
water.
on the pizza.
The pizza. So gives it that special quality. Just right
Yeah.
before he puts it in the oven. He
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
right
it's
before he
like
starts
best
tossing
pizza in
it
the city. It's that acidic crunch that comes off the dough.
Yeah. All right, now. All right, Timmy. Dip your fingers in the bum piss and just give a couple flicks in the
Give it
dough.
a flick, couple flecks.
Couple flicks in the dough. That's what this needs. Not too much. Not too much.
Bum piss. That's what it's boiled down to.
Yeah. It's 6 times stronger than vinegar. Not too much.
Not too much, not too little. Treat it like a lady. It's a little sprinkle.
You need the right piss to dough ratio.
The piss to dough ratio. Oh God. What have we become?
That's when the boys are at their best.
No, really, just incendiary comments about
Yeah.
bum piss. But you know who's not a bum and who's not pissed? Joe Burrow. I love that guy so much. Oh God, I want
A
him.
real serial killer.
Dude, I want him to. He's got Ted Bundy qualities, and I love it.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's got the same like handsome look. Like he's just very approachable, but yet is just like he seems like the kind of guy that has a hard time putting a bike in a trunk, and he's just just an assassin. Like he goes into Buffalo in the pouring snow.
Oh God.
And meanwhile,
shitting snow.
And meanwhile, the NFL was talking big shit because what they did, because of what happened during the DeMar Hamlin situation, is they essentially said that the top 2 seeds will then have to play a neutral site game if they happen to have a Chiefs-Bills AFC Championship game. And Cincinnati goes in there and just goes, cancel the tickets. And then Joe Burrow.
Roger, you're giving refunds, Roger.
Yeah. Basically. Like that was the first thing. They're just like, after the game's over, they go over to him. They're like, Joe, I thought it was going to be a neutral site game. The NFL started pre-selling tickets. What do you have to say? He goes, better start issuing those refunds. Just like, man, this guy's talking big shit. And he just
big shit.
And the thing is that they get no credit. They haven't lost a game since October.
Yeah.
They've won in every month since October. They haven't lost. Joe Burrow is an assassin. They are the reigning AFC champions. Nobody gives them a lick of credit.
I mean,
because everyone's just like so enamored with Mahomes and Allen and let's do it again because the playoff game last year was an instant classic. And Joe Burrow's like, fuck them kids. Like, just talking shit the entire time. He's like, I don't see anybody stopping him. I think Kansas City's good, but like Patrick Mahomes got hurt. He's got a bum ankle.
Yeah.
Right?
And he was limping for the rest of that game too.
Chiefs look beatable.
They do, especially with Mahomes limping in the second half of.
Like I don't see the Bengals had a little bit of a tough time with Baltimore, but it's only because they kind of played down to like Baltimore's game plan.
Yeah.
And then they made the big play to win the game. But it's like they went into Buffalo and for 60 minutes, like dominated that game. Like
they whooped that ass.
Yeah, and it's just like
the entire time.
Yeah, just made Josh Allen look pedestrian. Like it was crazy. It was like a passing. It wasn't like a passing of the torch because then you just look at the AFC. You just look at the NFL for years to come, and it's just like these thoroughbred young quarterbacks.
Oh yeah,
and it's just like this league is set up for 10 years, and it's going to be great. And
absolutely,
just another just a juggernaut of a business, and it's like and Joe Burrow's going to be one of the faces.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and he's the face of a serial killer and the face of a generation.
Right. You know, then you see the Eagles and
Jalen Hurts.
They fucked on. They controlled the entire pace of that game.
Oh yeah, but before
it was literally like, let's put this away early.
Yeah, it was like 21-0. I'm like, uh-oh.
At halftime.
Yeah, they got in that ass. And as living in New York.
Sorry, I think it was 28-0 at halftime.
I think it was 28-7.
I thought it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore.
They controlled the pace of the entire game. They decided that they didn't want to score in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Scored one more time in the fourth quarter. Yeah. And just their defense held them the entire time. They controlled the entire game.
City was quiet. When
sure.
Yeah, the Giants are just getting their shit pushed in, and I was just like, damn, it's gonna be quiet.
They got fucked hard. And Philly made it look too easy.
Yeah. And really, it's like I'm not gonna say that I did call it. I'm gonna say it. I did. I said I really genuinely believe Burrow's gonna go in, and I didn't say they were gonna shit on the Bills, but I was like they're gonna go in, they're gonna win the game. Like they're just going to win it. They did. They beat them. I mean, much more soundly than I thought they were going to. But the fact that now it's like this does feel like the top 4 teams. Like it does. I mean, I know the Bills. The Bills just kind of looked beatable at the end of the year. They had a hard time with Miami, and then they got exposed by a better football team, by a better overall football team.
Yeah.
So now you have, I think, the best 4 teams. Philly and San Francisco, and then Kansas City versus Cincinnati.
But even fuck. All right. We look at San Francisco, right? Dallas was not that good for the game to be that close.
No. Well, good defense.
Sure.
Really? Well, Dallas had one of the top 5 defenses in the league.
Sure.
Yeah, they did. Playing a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, that's true. You have
to remember that there are things going on behind, not really behind the curtain, like out in front, but it's like San Francisco's doing this with a rookie quarterback.
You are right. You are
a rookie
absolutely
quarterback that was
correct.
Picked last in the NFL draft.
You are absolutely right. And he is doing a hell of a job.
A kid that was not really seen as anything. And
he was like 3rd on the depth chart.
Yeah, but look at him. He might be the best quarterback they have now.
Yeah.
The kid just knows what he's doing. He's comfortable. He did play a lot of college football, and I think that's something that a lot of sports writers and a lot of people don't talk about. He was a 4-year starter at Iowa State. Literally played every snap for 4 seasons. That means a lot. You play a lot of football. You learn all the intricacies. He played in a pro offense. Like, he got it. The only reason he fell to the last pick in the draft was because he's a little undersized, and he just didn't jump off the charts. Like, as far as like attributes, he's not the biggest guy in the world, doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but
he's extremely average as far as attributes go.
Attributes are concerned, but you know what you can't teach? You can't teach heart, and you can't teach competitiveness. He's got both. True. Got both in spades, and he just goes out. He barely speaks, gives himself no credit. But the thing is that he plays with a bunch of big personalities. Yeah. They did an interview with like George Kittle, my favorite. My favorite soon-to-be WWE superstar. And George Kittle's going to be the WWE champion in 5 years. I'm throwing it out there.
And you might be right.
I was just saying,
him out there just purposely fumbling balls, and then
this man is going to be like, all right, fell out of love with football, gonna be a WWE superstar. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
But like they're doing an interview and Kittle's like making faces at the sky cam and just saying that he was doing it for ratings, and then they're like, talk about your quarterback, and he's just like, he's good. He's just good. Like, and the kid is like, yeah, we were team effort, we did a good job, I'm just looking forward to Philly next week. It's just like, all right, this is just milk and cookies regular kid. Like, he won't say anything bad, won't say anything wrong. And it's just like, again, there's another guy that just has that like kind of just, I wouldn't say serial killer mentality, but he has this like just, there's no scare to him. Like, it's just he's just
not
basic.
rattled.
He's a baseline guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of bump bumps in his chest. Like,
yeah,
he's a very underrated player.
Yep. Resting heart rate is 6.
Yeah.
Just
like, God, you have the resting heart rate of a triathlete. And he's like, you're welcome.
Yeah, rip Sigs.
Yeah, rip Sigs. So, I think, but now it comes down to the situation where I said at the beginning of the playoffs, I said 49ers Bengals. Now, I watch Philly, and I don't think the Giants are that good. No, let me retract. Their offense is missing pieces. Like, they have gaping holes at wide receiver. I can name 2 wide receivers in their wide receiver room. I don't know anybody else. A rookie tight end and then Saquon Barkley with a very a slightly above average offensive line.
Okay.
And Daniel Jones running for his life. He had no chance. Vanilla Vic melted last
Yeah. He can only do so much.
He just had nothing. You can see, like, I don't think Daniel Jones is the problem. Every scapegoat Giants fan will scream Daniel Jones is the problem. He is not the problem.
He's not the problem.
He is throwing to practice squad wide receivers. And look at, I won't even say his name because I'm going to speak it into existence and I'm going to be wrong. I'm not even going to talk about it. But I think that's beyond the point. Let's focus on the here and now. I do believe that the Eagles, I think, are going to win. I do, because it's the home field advantage. It's the just playing in Philly. They booed Santa. I mean, these savages. They're the best and worst fans in the NFL.
People go to jail at the link.
People go to jail after Eagles games. They go down Broad Street. They have to grease light poles because everyone's gonna climb them. And then
they listen to Meek Mill.
They get inspired. They go to Pat's, and then they go to Geno's, and they have cheesesteak sword fights. I mean, these is what these people do. All right, and then they talk shit, and they go, the roast pork is better. And then I go, wait, you're right, but let's not get crazy.
Philly, that's just what it is.
Yeah, go Birds. Like, it's just
go Birds. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is gonna be the MVP, bro.
I thoroughly enjoyed Dallas's misery last week.
Oh, it's terrific. It's always good when the Cowboys lose.
It is hilarious.
It's always good because everybody gets, like, all of the Cowboys fans who are the most annoying. It is like,
yeah,
because they are the consummate. They are the bridesmaids.
Yeah,
they are every year.
Yeah, you're right.
They just are. And you know what the worst thing about the bridesmaid is that she's not the bride. And she'll tell you about it.
Oh, she'll tell you all about it.
I don't think I like Jennifer's dress. Like, it's just,
she was a slut in college.
Yeah. I used to hold her hair when she threw up. It's just,
well, great, but it's not your day, Kelly.
Yeah, it's not your day. Dak, it's not your day. Okay,
it's not your day, Dak.
That's how I feel about Dak Prescott, because I think he's a genuinely, like, good human being.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't have it.
I think he's a great quarterback.
There's just something missing.
No, I genuinely think he's a great quarterback, and I genuinely believe that he has the talent to actually win. I think the problem is he stayed in Dallas too fucking long.
No, they signed him to a contract now, so he ain't going anywhere.
He's not. He's going to retire in Dallas.
Yeah, but
And honestly,
I
if he
think
wants to actually win, he has to lose. What does he have? He has Ezekiel Elliott, who's been healthy for 2 seasons.
yeah, he hasn't been healthy. They did lose their best running back.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Pollard got hurt in that game, but it doesn't really matter.
Yep, yep.
At the end of the day, I don't think it's a Dak issue. I think it's just the Cowboys like
It's the Cowboys issue. It's
internally.
Jerry
I always
Jones.
feel like it's like an internal. It's always a Jerry
Mm-hmm.
Jones issue.
Mm-hmm.
But again, who am I to say?
Hey,
I love that man. I
there's a
do.
lot
I
of
love
shit.
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is the mogul that I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
He's a strapping old man. Like, do you ever watch Hard Knocks with the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like in the middle of a conference call. He starts eating a McGriddle, and I'm just like, I love this man.
Yeah. Just doesn't give a fuck. I'm old. I'm hungry.
I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm eating a pancake sandwich.
But honestly, like the Cowboys haven't been good since '95.
Yeah, the Clinton administration.
Yeah, it's been almost 30 years since the
Yeah.
Cowboys have been good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, granted, this year was a good season for them. They made it to the play. They won in the
They
playoffs.
make it to the playoffs always.
Yeah, well, they don't. I mean, this is their
They
first
never get
time
out of the first
winning
round.
a playoff
Yeah.
game, and
But that's going to be the annoying part, is that now you got Cowboys fans that are just like, well, at least we got out of the first round. It's just like, yeah, but you're still
yeah, I mean, it was
very
wild
okay.
card, so technically,
Yeah, against a 55-year-old quarterback. Like
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
wow, you guys beat a 50-year-old quarterback that's going through a divorce. Real nice. Like
A 55-year-old divorcee. He retired and went to Florida.
Oh no, Giselle's following him to Florida. Oh no, whatever
Oh
will she do?
no! Oh no!
I love that.
How hard do you think he went off the TB12 diet after that loss?
I don't think that hard. I think he probably had some avocado tequila,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was like, you know what?
A skinny girl margarita,
He
just
had
a
a skinny
sip.
girl margarita just to like ease the pain. And he
Mhm.
goes, all right. He goes, I'm gonna have one fat meal, just one,
Mhm.
and it's just gonna be like just a disgusting smorgasbord of all of his favorites.
I
And he's
like
just
to
like-
imagine.
It's like a Dwayne Johnson cheat meal, but like an after the NFL season. So it's just like just dumb breakfast,
Mhm.
like stupid sandwiches, steak, like just a nutsy meal. And then as soon as that's over, Monday back in the gym.
I like to imagine he didn't actually go off the deep end. Like what he did was he made sure it was a weekend when Giselle like had the kids,
Yeah,
and then he just like
sat in the
hopped
couch,
in the
ate ice cream.
Corvette. No, it's Florida, so he hopped in the Corvette, drove to a Wendy's. All right, went to the drive-through, ordered his food. Actually, no, he's Tom Brady. He Grubtubbed. He drove past the Wendy's just to get the experience. Didn't want to show his face there. Drove back to the Tom Brady mansion, the TB12 mansion. Parked the Corvette. Had his assistant Grubhub some Wendy's. The assistant brings it in, plops the Baconator down on the counter, and then TB12 picks up the bag, opens it up, huffs it. And then he just like puts it down
And he
and
throws
just
it away.
screams at his assistant, "Get this out of my
And
sight!
then he just double fists power bombs it into the
Just get it out of my sight!"
get it out of my sight.
And then he angrily ate a fistful of almonds and went back to game planning for the next year.
He literally huffed at Wendy's. Some people sniff paint. Tom Brady sniffs meals. He's like, oh, it smells good.
I'm disgusted with myself.
Yeah. Then he eats a Cobb salad in anger. He just eggs need the protein.
Eggs and bacon on this salad.
No bacon.
Crumbly blue.
No blue cheese.
It's not even a Cobb salad anymore.
I know. I'm
It's
just
just eggs and lettuce.
I know. That's that's the TB12 salad.
A TB12 approved Cobb salad.
Yeah.
It's eggs and lettuce.
It's just eggs and lettuce. Yeah.
Ew. Hard boiled eggs and lettuce.
It's a prison meal.
You at least get like a squirt of lemon on there, something.
Yeah.
God damn.
As long as it doesn't have calories.
Squirt of lemon, maybe a little
Dust.
dash of red wine vinegar.
Yeah, a dusting of red wine vinegar. Yeah, a
It's
bum
the
piss
stuff-
him out.
Little fleck. No, maybe it's
I-
that little stuff that forms around the rim of the red wine vinegar. You just kind of scrape that off and
Like
put that on the
aminos.
lettuce.
It just extracts it, just the essence of vinegar.
red wine vinegar residue. You just kind of.
Yes. But anyway, that's enough about Tom. I think this weekend is I want to say, because I could be totally wrong. Like I can also see like the Chiefs and Eagles, marching their way into the Super Bowl. All four of these teams are Super Bowl teams. Like even if the Bills won, I'd be like, yeah, that's another Super Bowl contender. Like
I have my doubts about the 49ers, and they've been playing great.
I don't see a lot of like chinks in the armor. Like I don't see like where are they bad?
Experience specifically at quarterback.
No, because all of those guys have got besides the quarterback and the running back. Like they brought in McCaffrey because he was an elite talent and he had the opportunity. But
elite talent and a veteran.
Everybody else has been to a Super Bowl for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
This whole team,
Mm-hmm.
Basically it's just minus Garoppolo and minus like one or two guys in the offensive line. All these guys have been to the Super Bowl before, so they have plenty of experience. Like this is not too big for them. Philly's the same way.
Yeah.
A lot of people from that Super Bowl team still on the Eagles.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean,
they were two, like, talent-rich, very, very experienced football teams. Like
what year did Philly win? Was it 17?
16?
16?
17? Yeah, something around there.
All right.
I keep forgetting, but it's like one of those 2 years. But yeah, like it's
no, but you're right. They have a lot of people that have been there before, and they understand what it's like. They're not going to let it get to their heads.
Yeah.
And even on the other side of the ball, I mean, you have the Bengals who are just there.
Yep, literally.
So,
it's a better version of that team from last year.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yep, they got better in every facet of the game.
Yeah.
The quarterback's still great. The running back great.
Yeah.
Wide receivers good. Offensive line so much better.
My concern with the Chiefs is
Mahomes' leg.
Yeah.
It's got a high ankle.
Pat Mahomes limping
injury.
and he literally limped on that play. Still played on it.
Still played.
Limped for the entire second half. It might have been more than the second half of the game.
And he got hurt in like the middle part of the second quarter.
Yeah. And
it looked bad. I was like, oh god, that looks like a
I know he was literally like took the snap, just limped back 2 steps, handed off, pass. Like he was clearly injured.
The injury looked bad. Like he got rolled up on by a big boy, and it's like it's not supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
He easily could have broken that leg. Like
right. And the fact that he stayed, and granted, I get it. Like this is the divisionals. Like you got to play.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to continue to play on it for the rest of the game, and now it's like, okay, we're going into the AFC championships. I don't know if he's had enough time to really rest it to.
Yeah, but
I doubt it.
But he is the guy. Like he's the guy that would test this and be the one that like proves everybody wrong. Like this is the guy.
Yeah. Also, NFL's got some great drugs. So
they do.
Let's see. Ooh, they got that good shit, bro.
Yeah, you think El Chapo's a good drug dealer?
Nah.
The National Football League.
Ooh.
Yeah. Popped a perky.
Oh my god.
Just the pain-killing injections. He's just like, all right, is he gonna be able to play on this? He's like, yeah. He's also gonna see Jesus.
Yeah. Little Percocet, little Metro Boomin to pair nicely with it.
Yeah.
Before you get out there.
Yeah. I could just see Patrick Mahomes getting a pain-killing injection, and he's just like flexing on the injury table.
Feel no pain.
Metro Boomin wants some more, and he's just like
smoking dope, turn me to a superhero. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What are your predictions for this weekend?
I'm riding with the Bengals over the Chiefs.
Got a score? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I don't think it's gonna be crazy high. I'm gonna go with like 9-14.
14-9?
Yeah, I'm going low.
That's
low scoring
absurd.
Game.
That's an absurd score.
Yep. And then, but I'm going there. I don't give a fuck.
It's just an absurd.
Yeah, this is
prediction.
a soccer score.
Yes.
Then let's see. Eagles and the 49ers. I'm also riding with the Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. And I am going to say it's definitely not going to be the Giants game. This is definitely going to be tighter. It's definitely going to be more competitive. But I'll say like 21-27.
Okay. I like how you're going lower score first. It's very English soccer of you.
It is.
So I'm riding with the Bengals, obviously.
Okay.
Joe the Dripper is going to wear something outrageous,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to walk in, and I think he's just going to drip all over everybody. I'm just nervous about Mahomes. It ain't going to be 14-9. I'm thinking like 24-21.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 27-21 if I'm feeling frisky, but like I'm thinking 24-21.
Okay.
Field goal at the end. And I'm gonna go with the Niners. I don't know. I just don't know why. I'm enamored with this like feeling that they just know how to win any way. Like they really they can muddy the water for Hurts. This is the best defense that the Eagles have played, and it's not even close. Best pass rush, great tacklers, back end defenders are good. Like this is the best pass rush. Basically, the game plan is don't let Hurts get outside. If they hold him in the pocket, they're screwed. Because they're gonna be able to defend. Yeah, mind you, the Eagles are great. They're loaded everywhere. Great running back. AJ Brown is a stud. Devontae Smith gets no credit for being like the best, might be the best number 2 receiver in the NFL. Like he caught like 90 passes this year, and everyone's just like, oh, AJ Brown. It's just like, yeah, but like Devontae Smith's right there.
Yeah. The offensive line
is terrific.
It's great.
Might be the best in the league.
Yeah.
Besides maybe San Francisco's offensive line's pretty good too, but
it is.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're legitimately pitting these are the two best teams. Maybe in the NFL right now. Like just like it with like health and kind of keeping everything together.
Okay.
It might be. The Bengals might have something to say about that, but I'm riding Niners, Bengals. Niners win. God, it's going to be 20-17.
20-17.
20-17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't see a ton of scoring. I think the defense.
Okay.
The Eagles' defense does not get any credit either. They are.
They are good. They're
not good. They're great.
You're right. Right, and evidenced by how they just held.
Just a few off-season moves. Like they got these pass rushers like Hassan Reddick, who is just wreaking havoc. They have good. They have good linebackers that tackle well. Darius Slay still playing good ball. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, bringing him in from New Orleans at like the beginning of the season for like a sack of peanuts. Guy ends up making the Pro Bowl. It's like, all right, well, they're just good everywhere.
Yeah,
like
you're absolutely right.
These two teams, you just look at them; they're very similar, but different. Like it's just a matter of trying to figure out like who's going to make the play. And I just have this strong feeling. I think it's just going to come down to the coaching, and I think Kyle Shanahan just knows what he's doing later in games. Nick Sirianni gives me an incel-y vibe, and I don't like it.
Okay. But even then, I'm still a little bitter toward Kyle Shanahan with like the Washington with his Washington days. Like,
I get it.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is all. At the end of the day, I think we're just talking about like semantics at this point.
Sure.
Like. Put it down on the field. Let's see what happens. I see these are the 4 best teams, truthfully.
Okay.
When I saw the Bengals go into Buffalo and do what they did, I go, oh yeah, they're the one of the 4 best teams. Like,
absolutely
getting no credit. Just kind of. And again, they're going to go into this game as an underdog, but it is a tight. Like the line has tightened up on this game. It's -1 for Kansas City at home. That's not a lot. Like,
no, not at all.
People are betting the shit out of the Bengals right now.
Yeah.
As am I. I am riding the Bengals.
And that's about as close to a coin flip as you can get. So
yeah, truthfully, these are true coin flip, both of these games.
Yeah.
And you just have to look at home field advantages. Cincinnati has gone into Kansas City and beaten them before. They did it in the playoffs. They did it at home this year, but they've gone to Kansas City in the playoffs and beaten them there.
Yeah.
San Francisco does not have a hard time traveling. Sure, it's like an East Coast, West Coast thing, but like
but they're great on the road.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great weekend. I'm excited. These are legitimately good games. I mean,
yeah.
There's no like glaring weaknesses for either team besides how is Mahomes' health.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's the big factor.
Truthfully, yeah.
If it wasn't for him hobbling, all of last week, I'd be like, I'm not really sure. But after seeing that, I'm like, yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty. Well, this has been another rendition of the Wine Boys podcast. Thank you for tuning in this week. Like, review, and subscribe, and look for all episodes on YouTube and also Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts. Syracuse comedy shows this weekend, Friday and Saturday in Syracuse, New York. Please check out the ticket links in my bio, at Zach Cossack on Instagram and at Zach Cossack on Twitter.
Okay.
And I love you.
Wow. It's beautiful. Boys, don't forget the bum piss. We're out of here. I love you. Please call me back.
Space